Hello, hello. Welcome to another episode of Culture Corner here on the Serenity Resource Connector. And we are continuing with our Meet the Team segment. We started that off in the first episode of 2023. That was in January. And we are going to continue. Last time we met the team from Eastern Jamaica. Now we are moving over to Central Jamaica. So we are going to be bringing on, without any delay, Lady Casmarine Daley, Jcdc Central Regional Manager. Welcome to the Serenity Resource Connector Space Culture Corner, to be exact, Miss Daley.
Thank you so much for having me. It's an absolute pleasure for me to be here with you tonight.
Awesome. And while you're on screen, help me welcome those who are tuning in live or those who will be watching the replay. If this is your first time here, a warm welcome to you. We do this every first Thursday for Culture Corner, but the Serenity Resource Connector, we go live every Thursday with a different area, focus on different areas. So first Thursday is culture, second Thursday safety and security, third Thursday we're looking at some edu-based business education, fourth Thursday it's all about local governance and community development, and this year we're focusing on councillors update for the parish of Clarendon. So we'll be hearing from our councillors there, and when we get to fifth Thursday we are going to be bringing back on our youth leaders to share with us. So thank you so much for tuning in. Hi, Donna Wright Wilson, Sir Shirley. Hey, Ava. Awesome to have you here as usual. Kamika Clayton Johnson, great evening to you. Zygmunt, how are you doing? All right, we have some meet and greet going on in the comments over there. All right, fantastic. So let's get started. Casmarine, first we are going to be introducing the central team and just share with the viewers, remind them which parishes are in the central region.
Okay, so the central region comprises the parishes of Clarendon, Manchester, and St. Elizabeth. All right, so do you want me to go ahead and tell you the wonderful persons who work in these parishes?
Certainly, go right ahead.
So like she said, my name is Casmarine Daley. I'm the Central Regional Manager. And of course, I'll start off with the parish of Clarendon. Now, Clarendon has 3 staff members at this time. The acting parish manager is Mr. Maurice Marshalick, and he has been with the Jcdc for quite some time, lots of expertise in technical production and the different programs that we have here at the Jcdc. We also have the parish administrator, who is Miss Simone Brown, and we have also the office attendant, who is Miss Marshallie Anderson. Now, the Clarendon Parish Office is located at Brooks Avenue in Maypen, and their contact number is 986-9075. And of course, you can email them at clarendon@jcdc.gov.jm. All right. Now over to the parish of Manchester. Also has 3 members of staff at this time. The acting parish manager is Mr. Andrion Miller. Also with the Jcdc for a number of years, was in St. Elizabeth. Now he's in Manchester. And he has with him the records officer, who is Miss Myrna Anderson. And the office attendant for the parish of Manchester is Miss Simone Wright. You can reach the Manchester Parish Office, which is at the James Warehouse Complex in Mandeville, at 962-2398. And of course, you can email them at manchester@jcdc.gov.jm. Now, St. Elizabeth is a little low on staff numbers, but they're doing just fine. The only member of staff at this time in the St. Elizabeth Parish Office is the parish manager, Miss Jennifer Mullings. And of course, you can reach her at 966-2468 or via email st.elizabeth, that's Saint Elizabeth, at jcdc.gov.jm. I must add, though, sorry, that she has an office attendant who is Miss Leslie Goss, who has been there for a number of years, very used to the parish and very used to the stakeholders. And so that makes up the full complement of the Central Region staff at this time.
Awesome. Quite a bit going on there. And if you had to select the top thing about each of those parish, what would that be in terms of, based on the time that you've been there, what would be the highlight for each parish?
Well, each parish has a different culture. And so for Clarendon, there is a vibrant, rich culture in the performing arts. They are the leaders in the performing arts in the region. And the other parishes may complain sometimes that they have to call and say, who's coming in? Aren't you going to enter? But the people, they flock the Clarendon office whenever it's performing arts time. So they really excel in the areas of dance, speech, drama, and traditional folk forms. The other parishes do well, but Clarendon has that little edge in the performing arts. For the parish of Manchester, that's a music parish. And so they always excel in the Festival of the Music and in the Jcdc gospel song competition. They always have more than one competitors in the finals. They even have the winner right now of the Jcdc Gospel Star competition. So that's Manchester's strong area. And for St. Elizabeth, well, I'd say maybe two things. They have the most culture clubs out of all the region, and they were the ones who actually led the fort in terms of starting with culture clubs. They were one of the first ones to launch out with the culture club program. And I would say that they have a very lovely civic program going on where their civic events are very well supported, and they usually are filled with a lot of pomp and pageantry. So each parish has its different culture, but shining in their own special way.
Amazing. The beacon of Central Jamaica.
Definitely.
Amazing. And let me pause to hail up Saint 876. They actually reshared the flyer on, well, let me get it right. They retweeted the flyer when it was shared on Twitter.
Okay.
Right. And so I have to say hello to Saint 876. Looking forward to learning more about Saint 876. And it's interesting, in terms of the number of culture clubs and being the lead on culture clubs, right? And as you mentioned, that Clarendon is top in performing arts. So you all want to stick around, and whoever is not here, to get them on for the second segment, because we're going to be seeing Effortville Primary in the spotlight, and they're going to be showcasing that aspect of what they do in Clarendon. Awesome. All right. Donna is joining us from New York. Great to have you, Donna. Thank you so much for tuning in. All right, fantastic. So we are going to move into the other area, the Jcdc activities. All right, give us a rundown, and they already indicated where the offices are located.
Right.
So we don't have the faces to show you, but you'll see them soon. We'll be sure to have them on. What we could do is still put together that video, and we can share it so persons are able to see the faces of the different parishes. You're welcome, Donna. Yes. So we're going to go ahead now, and you tell us about the different competitions.
All right. So, Jcdc has a myriad of programs. I'm sure you've heard it over and over again, but I'm sure that there are new persons here who'd want to know that what the JC does is unearth, develop, preserve, and showcase the best of our cultural talent. We are tasked with doing development programs, and we're also tasked with doing civic and commemorative activities. So I want you to look out for the different cultural icons' birthdays, because we celebrate them each year. Miss Lou, Mas Ron, Bob Marley, Tootsie Birthday in Clarendon, and the national heroes' birthdays. Of course, the one that is celebrated in the Central region is that of the Right Excellent Norman Washington Manley, and that happens on the 4th of July, right up there in Roxborough. So you can look out for that annual event. We invite you as well to our Emancipation and Independence celebrations that happen the 31st of July into the first week of August. We want you to come out and be a part of the civic celebrations that occur, which includes church services, flag raising ceremonies, street dances, emancipation vigils, a whole lot of fun. And they happen every year. So we want you to be a part of it. Also, our heritage celebrations that happen during National Heritage Week. Each parish has a celebration going on every year, and we really want you to come out and be a part of it. I also must mention our culture clubs. Effortville is an outstanding culture club, and they will be featured later on. So stick around, like the host has said, to hear more about that. But just in case you want to form a culture club, culture clubs are groups of 10 or more persons who are interested in the development of culture. It's as simple as that. You and 9 of your friends can get together and form a culture club. It can happen within schools, within the business place, or within the community. And members, however, must be familiar with the emblem, the symbols of Jamaica, such as our national flag, the anthem, and our pledge, as well as the national motto. So we pay civic pride when it comes to our emblems and symbols. And a wonderful feature of the Culture Club is that Culture Club members get a culture passport, a very special passport. It's nice and pretty in gold, and you have your photo in it, and it's endorsed by the Jamaica Cultural Development Commission, and it allows you to attend cultural places at discounted rates. Isn't that lovely? So museums, places of cultural interest, cultural events that are associated with the Jcdc, you'll have the opportunity to enter those places and view the different exhibits at a reduced cost. Now, the Central region in particular has over 100 culture clubs across the 3 parishes. And each year, we have a culture club consultation, which is epic, as we change our location annually to stimulate interest. And we have had tours of the historic Monroe College that sits on top of the Santa Cruz Mountain in St. Elizabeth. We have seen the rich Indian groups talk about the traditional Huse festival and seen their Huse drumming and their Indian practices, talking about Indian food. And that was done at the Juicy Empowerment Park in Clarendon. And during COVID, we had a virtual global link up. COVID did not stop Central Region Culture Clubs at all. We had persons from all over the world talking about Jamaica's culture. I'm talking about persons from Singapore, Ghana, South Africa, India, Japan, and England. And they really promoted what they felt about Jamaica's culture. And it was very interesting to hear their perception. Very recently, for the Central Region Culture Clubs consultation, we promoted Jamaica's rich visual arts, and we also promoted the Jcdc Visual Arts competition. We did this through a virtual tour of the amazing Jamaica Giants Sculpture Park. Now, that is located in Westmoreland, and it has some mind-blowing sculptures there. They have beautiful and interesting paintings, etchings, and pencil work, and it was really a beauty to see. And what happens at the Culture Club consultation each year is that we get reports from the clubs, and we also award the most outstanding clubs, leaders, and presidents at the regional level. We also host a Battle of the Arts competition in speech, music, and dance, where we award the most outstanding club performances. Our last Battle of the Arts, however, took on the visual arts aspect, as I told you, and we awarded the most outstanding craft pieces and paintings from the culture clubs across the region. And I must say that in St. Elizabeth, Manchester, and Clarendon, the clubs really came out and they did some wonderful creative pieces that were really commended by the judges. And as I say that, I must put in the plug to promote the visual arts competition and exhibition in Jamaica. Central Region people, we want you to enter. We're now accepting entries for 6 years and older. And there are 7 categories. You can do painting, you can do works on paper, you can do video art, because, you know, video is very trendy now. Everyone is making videos. You can enter that in visual arts. You can do photography, which is trendy as well. Everyone has a smartphone with a camera. We do sculpture and assemblage, ceramics, and fiber arts. So there's also a charitable feature of the visual arts exhibition called Make It and Share It, which invites members of the public to make toys to be given as gifts to children in state care. So the visual arts program is a wonderful program for 2023, or the 2022-2023 season that just ended. We have, I must mention, from Clarendon, Mr. Rohan Sims was an outstanding outstanding artist, receiving numerous gold awards for his pieces, and also Mr. Duran Chambers from St. Elizabeth. Wonderful pieces, valued so much money when they were looked at by the adjudicators because they were so intricate and beautiful and well done. So we really want more persons to enter the visual arts competition. I must speak also about the culinary arts competition for 2023. It's the year of the coconut. What a lovely thing. Everybody loves coconut. Coconut is in so many meals, in our rice and peas, in our juices. And so it will be very easy to enter this year's culinary arts. For our workshops, because we help to train, that's a big part of what we do at Jcdc. So for Manchester and St. Elizabeth, we'll be having a workshop next Tuesday, that's February 7, at the St. Mark's Anglican Church Hall in Mandeville, and it starts at 9:30 a.m. So come on over. Guess what? It's absolutely free, no charge whatsoever, and we'll be cooking up a storm, traditional recipes, lots of things we'll be doing. So that's next Tuesday, February 7, at the St. Mark's Anglican Church Hall for those of you who reside in Manchester and St. Elizabeth. For those who live in Clarendon, don't worry. Thursday, March 9 is your date at the St. Gabriel's Anglican Church Hall in Maypen, and it starts at 9:30 as well. Entries close for culinary arts on the 28th of April. So you have some time to get your pieces together. And May 19 will be the Grand Regional Championship. So stay in contact with your parish office to get more information. I must plug as well that you can enter different categories in the culinary arts. You can enter batters and doughs, wedding and celebration cakes, traditional Jamaican dishes, knife skill techniques in the area of vegetables, recipe writing, preserves and condiments, wines and liquors, and we have a group challenge from production to plate and an individual challenge called Mystery Basket. Pan chicken is also there as a category this year. So if you're bad on the pan chicken and you have a wonderful recipe that you know can really cause people to lick fingers, Culinary Arts 2023 is the competition for you. I must say that there's a special category for Jcdc 60, because I know you must have heard that this is the 60th year of Jcdc's existence, and the competition is called Food Bliss of Yesteryear, and you are being asked to choose from one of the mandatory items, which is Mommy Apple, or Stinking Toe, which is locust, and Naseberry. So that's Mommy Apple, Stinking Toe, and Naseberry. Choose one of those and present a recipe. It could be an entree, a dessert, a non-alcoholic beverage item that could be used in the hotels across Jamaica, whatever you can come up with. And guess what? There will be a best overall male and female for each region. And under this special category, you'll get a trophy that will be presented at the Jcdc's 60th celebration. All right? So stay tuned for that. Make sure you be a part of that. Mommy Apple, Stinking Toe, Naseberry, real Jamaican stuff. I know you can come up with something creative. All right, so the creative writing competition is also open, and it's for writers 6 years and older. You can write novels, essays, plays, poems, or short stories. And just so you know, Professor Mervyn Morris and Olive Senior, Trevor Rohn are some of the recognizable names that have benefited from the exposure gained through the creative writing competition. There's also a partnership with the National Library of Jamaica and the Jamaica Library Service, where we expose the winning works in the creative writing competition. So if your piece is a winning piece, it will go all across Jamaica, stopping every parish at the parish library to get exposure, so the public can get an opportunity to enjoy your offering in the creative writing. Now, the Festival of the Performing Arts, which everyone is so familiar with, is now open. Workshops are well advanced, so call your parish office to see what workshops are left. I know a lot of them are gone, but you still have a chance to catch some. And remember, in the performing arts, you can enter in the category or the subject area of dance and deaf dance, drama and theater arts, traditional folk form, music, and speech. I'm making a special appeal, however, for persons to enter drama and theater arts. All right, so we have lots of music, lots of speech, lots of dance, and even lots of traditional folk form that has the quadrille and geri and all of that. But we really need more drama entries. And I do know that we can get them, because there's no place as dramatic as Jamaica. It's Comedy Central in Jamaica. Every day is another episode of whatever is going on. So full of life we are. And so I implore you, come on, do a skit, do a one-man comedy, do stand-up comedy, whatever it is. Just check out the JCDC website and you can look at the handbook and see the different categories that we offer in the field of drama and theater arts. One thing I must say about the performing arts competition is not a competition where you're competing against each other. You're just presenting your best self. So it's not as if only one person can get a gold medal. Everybody can go home with a gold medal as long as you meet that mark. All right. So come on out, medals for everyone. Parish finals begin in March of 2023 in the Central Region. Right. So you have a little time up till then. We give you a little bly until then to bring in those entries. All right, so finally, the entertainment arts programs. And we have 6 entertainment arts programs at the JCDC. However, we'll not be hosting children's gospel this year. So for the children who love to sing gospel, you can enter through the Festival of the Music, which is a part of the performing arts. We usually have World Reggae Dance Championship and the big stage. However, entries are now open for the Jamaica Festival Song Competition. And I must big up from the parish of Clarendon, a runner-up from last year's Festival Song Competition, Desmond Boyd, aka Desi. All right, so he did it, you can do it too. We know you're full of creativity, you have the songwriting skills, you have the vocal skills. So get that festival song and enter now. Jamaica Gospel Star Competition as well. I must say that was a wonderful hit last year. It was one of the first times that they revamped the competition and gave it that TV flair, and the voting aspect was there, and it was really sensational. So this is reigning second place winner, Chantal Smalling, is from Manchester. She came second last year. And guess what? The reigning Gospel Star champion is also from the parish of Manchester. Manchester has first and second. So Central Region is booming in the Gospel Star competition with the winner, Daniel Main. And the final competition, which I think is a favorite for a lot of persons, is the Jamaica Festival Queen competition. Open, of course, to ladies 18 to 25 years old who are talented and have an interest in cultural and community development. And of note, the second place winner for 2022 is from which parish? Clarendon, yes, Miss Sherry Gay Johnson. And she's also a past national gospel song finalist. So lots of gospel song talent in the region. So keep it going. I must say that Miss Johnson is currently on an international music tour at this time. So lots of good things are happening with the persons in the Central Region. As the host has mentioned, we have persons who are here today who can give testimony to what this program, the Festival Queen program, has done for their lives. And I'm thinking that maybe she's going to invite them now. We have Miss Landis.
I'm giving you co-host privilege to introduce them, and I'll help you to bring them on.
Okay,
How
great.
does that sound?
That sounds wonderful. Well, let's start off with Miss Lanicia Roden, a wonderful young lady who is past Festival Queen for the parish of Manchester. And you look at her screen, you see Grow Big Dreams. That's what she's all about. Thank you so much for being here, Miss Roden.
Thank you for having me. Good evening, everyone.
Hi, Lanicia. It's great to see you again virtually.
It's great to see you again.
Right. So share with us. We have less than 10 minutes to go for this segment. So we're going to share with us your quick testimonial of your reign as Festival Queen.
Okay. All right. So in 2009, I entered the JCDC Festival Queen competition for the parish of Manchester. It was very funny how I got to enter because I'm not really a pageant person. I thought that I didn't have any talent. And in truth and in fact, I was supposed to have been like a trainer, but ended up entering for the parish of Manchester. And it basically changed the course of my life. So entered, I'm very passionate about Jamaica, our culture. And also I was already very involved in my community. And so when I decided to enter, or when I was encouraged to enter and I made the decision, it was not too far-fetched because those were things that I was passionate about and also already engaged in. What the competition did for me, though, it actually created a platform for me to actually launch a community service project on my own. So before the Festival Queen competition, I was involved in the Rotaract Club of Mandeville. Before that, while I was in university, I was a part of the Kiwanis Circle K Club. So, and in high school, I was engaged in community service activities. Such as key clubs. I was already, doing stuff and also doing community service at church. And so when I entered the competition and I needed to create a project for myself, um, it was almost, I would say, a little bit second nature because I already liked to give. I was at the time teaching. I was an instructor with Heart Trust NSTA or Heart NSTA Trust now. And I was actually an instructor at the Junction Vocational Training Center in St. Elizabeth, but I lived in Manchester. So that's why I ended up entering for the parish of Manchester. And I remember the students that I had, I was more than an instructor to them, especially for the females. I was already counseling them, mentoring them, and just providing guidance. And so when I was asked to create a project, I wanted to do something that would really help these students. Back then, in the days, you found that Heart had the reputation, and many of the trainees in Heart, a lot of them fell out of school. They didn't complete high school. Many of them did not have, the number of CXC qualifications that they needed, and so forth. And so I wanted to provide career guidance and mentorship to women at the time so that they could get back on track for those who experienced teenage pregnancy or just fell out of school for whatever reason. And basically that formed the basis for my community service project, which was called Young Women of Purpose. As a festival queen, your community service project is really for 1 year. And so I went in, with this project to carry it out for 1 year. But based on the impact that was created, based on the support that I got, I remember my very good friend, who is actually now a director in Heart. She did my brochure, she did my logo. That's Charlene Mohan. And and I just had even some of the other queens, the second runner-up, the first runner-up. They wanted to be a part of the project. And I even had one of my trainers, I remember my public speaking trainer, who also came on board as one of the first volunteers for the community service project as it was then. At the end of the year, we created quite a bit of impact. The support was more than I could imagine. And so instead of closing the project, it actually became a registered nonprofit organization and expanded to include males. And so the name was changed from Young Women of Purpose to Young Women and Men of Purpose. And since then, we've actually expanded the work that we have been doing, not only in Manchester, but we expanded across the region to St. Elizabeth and Clarendon. And over the last couple of years, we've actually been able to expand the work that we do right across Jamaica. One of the key things that we do now, in addition to career development, is entrepreneurship training and support. And that really have paved the way for a lot of the work and the support that we get in the organization. So for me, that was, I think, the highlight of my reign in terms of really getting a platform to find my purpose and to really launch into something that I really never imagined myself in: development work. I was a person who wanted to travel the world and I wanted to work in the hospitality industry. That's what I studied initially at university and focused on in high school. And so it really changed the direction of my life. But I'm grateful for it because it allowed me to find my purpose, something that I'm passionate about. I really love helping young people. I have been given the opportunity to really travel the world, to over 16 different countries because of the work of the organization, to learn from others, also to share my experiences. We've gotten grant funding to create many projects and programs, and it would not have been possible have I not had this opportunity through Jcdc Festival Queen competition to really launch this community service project, which later became a registered nonprofit organization operating in Jamaica but having a global reach. So that was the key thing. I mean, other things that I can't overlook, I mean, just in terms of building my self-confidence, you know, public speaking skills, I am more on the reserved or quiet side. But the competition really allowed me or gave me the opportunity to go out there, to share with others, to share my experiences, share my story, share with others. And definitely one of the benefits to being a part of such a competition with JBDC. So definitely I would encourage, if there are any young women watching, you know, you never know what the competition will do for you, but I can guarantee you that you will not be the same after entering.
That's right. And that has been very central for all the queens that have graced this space in terms of not being the same after going through the competition. Awesome sharing, Lanisa. Always great to hear you share and see you at work. Yes.
Thank
So
you.
for the Clarendonians, Lanisa has been doing a lot of work in Clarendon as well. I've had the pleasure of working with her. Awesome work, Lanisia. Look at that, time surely flies when we're having fun. Effortville, don't go anywhere. We are begging you, please and thanks. If we could allow us one more queen to share, and then we will move into the Effortville. So you have the spotlight all to yourself. Go ahead, Miss Daley.
All right. So we have also former festival queen of the parish of St. Elizabeth, Mrs. Ebony Blake Lee. She also was runner-up at the National Festival Queen Finals. And we just wanted to share her year of reign, a quick impact on the festival queen had on her, and what she's doing now, because she's not even in Jamaica right now, spreading the Jamaica banner across the world. So let's hear from you, Mrs. Blakely. Thanks for being here.
Awesome.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for having me. It certainly is a pleasure. Miss Daley, I'm not sure if you are aware, but I'm actually in Jamaica now. All right, so good evening again, everyone. It really is a great opportunity for me to share with you about my experience as a festival queen. Now, I know that time is against us, so I will be as quick as possible. Now, I decided to enter St. Elizabeth Festival Queen in 2013. As a matter of fact, I did not make the decision. And I believe that for many of the young ladies who enter, sometimes it requires someone else to identify the talent that they possess, the intelligence that they possess, and to nudge them forward. Now, prior to my entering the competition, I was very involved. I've always been, I refer to as myself as a dibble dabbler. I dibble and dabble in many areas because I am, in a sense, a very multi-talented individual. No, I was very much involved in my church as a youth leader. I was choir director. I, made several programs there, especially targeted towards the youth. I'm also a trained educator. So at the time I was teaching, but I was involved in so many areas, in drama, in debate, in music, and so forth. In my community, I was also involved in various community projects. And prior to the competition as well, I started just a charity group. We called ourselves Inspire, where we would visit some nursing homes and we would try to create some amount of impact in people's lives. However, there was one thing about me. Even though I was doing all these things, deep down inside, I was extremely timorous, very, very shy. I would often dream about the impact that I would like to create on a wider scale, but I just never had the confidence to do that. And that's where the people who were around me, they encouraged me to sign up for the competition. I said no. I was totally against it. I begged, I bawled, I said, no, I can't do it. I don't like competitions. I'm too shy. And they basically signed me up. I had no choice. So to put it lightly, I entered under duress because others forced me to do it. But I can tell you that this turned out to be one of the best decisions that I've ever made in my life. And I just want to say to you as well that sometimes you may look at yourself and you think that you are not what it takes. You don't possess the skills. You don't possess the confidence that is required to take part in a competition like this. But the Festival Queen competition really pushes you to find that on the inside, unearth the talents, the skills, the intelligence that you possess so that you can put it on showcase, not just for entertainment purposes, but for the development of self. Now, I entered the competition and I won. I really gave it my best. I learned from this experience that sometimes we have to do things afraid. We have to be scared sometimes. And to really fully accomplish what we are purposed to be, we may have to enter a very uncomfortable situation. And through that uncomfortable situation, I moved on where I competed. I was a runner-up in Miss Jamaica Festival Queen 2013. And I can tell you, I was launched into society. I discovered the voice that I have and the impact of this voice that I have. I recognize that, with just the smallest actions, once your intentions are very pure and you're willing to connect with other individuals, you can really accomplish a lot. And so the Festival Queen competition, it gave me the confidence. Miss Roden spoke about that before. My confidence grew exponentially. I realized that, listen, it doesn't matter how afraid I feel. It doesn't matter the challenges that surround me. Once I believe in myself and I believe in the God-given talents that I possess, then I have the strength and I'm bolstered to go out and to create impact. I have traveled across Jamaica to speak at different forums. I have also utilized my various talents, whether singing, acting. I've used a child persona that Miss Daley is familiar with, Acalia, to connect with people that span various age groups. And I can tell you that my life has been even more fulfilling since entering the Festival Queen competition. Currently, I'm in Jamaica, but I reside in Japan. And because of my involvement with the Festival Queen competition, I really literally feel like I can take on the world. And so in Japan, I ensure that I remain a cultural ambassador. In my workplace, I ensure that everyone knows that Jamaicans are little but talawa. I'm involved with speech. I am a transformation coach. I'm a public speaker. I train Japanese students, adults, and high schoolers in building confidence, getting them prepared for presentations and public speaking. I am also a television talent in Japan, something I never dreamt of, but it happened where I'm on Japanese television representing the Jamaican perspective. And I can tell you that had it not been for this grand opportunity that I had as a festival queen, my life would be completely different. And so once again, I implore the young ladies, I don't care if you're shy. It doesn't matter if you're shy. It doesn't matter if you feel afraid. You can still accomplish great things. And the amazing thing about the competition is once you enter, you are already a winner. I can tell you. It's not about placing first, second, or third. It's about the experience that you will gain, the skills that you will develop. And I can tell you that your life will be much better for it. So that's it for me for now. Thank you so much for having me, and I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Aren't you glad we allowed her the opportunity to share? Thank you so much for that. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Fantastic, fantastic work that you all are doing. Continue to represent Brand Jamaica well wherever you go as you continue to fly the Jamaican flag high. Little but Talawa indeed. Miss Daley, to you and the rest of the JCDC Central Region team, commendations to on the hard work that you have been doing. Thank you for gracing us with your presence here on the Serenity Resource Connector. I'm sure that we'll have quite a bit to share. So the other young ladies who are having second thoughts about whether or not they should be a part of the competition, here are testimonials as to why they should. And I mean, the testimonials of recent times. You have impacted your lives over a decade ago, or more than a decade ago, and you're still being impacted now, and you're impacting even more lives because of what the competition has done for you both. Thank you again. Looking forward to having you all back on. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
The JCDC team makes way for our Culture Club feature for this episode of the Serenity Resource Connector. So we have with us Suzannie Scarlett-Laraque. I hope I pronounced your first name properly. All right, awesome. Culture Club coordinator there at Effortville Primary. And we have Sir Alex Mitchell, or performing arts teacher.
Right.
Right? And you're
Right.
also what's that?
The assistant coordinator for the Culture Club.
Assistant coordinator for the Culture Club, and Miss Laraque, you're also a senior teacher there at Effortville.
Yes,
right.
ma'am.
Awesome. And I'm learning that Effortville Primary is celebrating 52 years.
Yes, we are.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Such an awesome time to be featured here on Culture Corner. Right?
Right.
52 years. Quite a bit. All right. But before we go any further with the discussion, let's just show the viewers what some of the things that you've been up to at Effortville.
My Jamaica is ambitious. My Jamaica is creative. My Jamaica is talented. Color is spicy. Baby Jamaica is ambitious. Baby Jamaica is creative. Baby Jamaica is talented. We're little, but we're talented.
We have identified performing arts as a niche in our institution. We are determined to create a better Jamaica by including the arts in all we do at Effortville Primary. Our outdoor stage area, as well as a resource room, which are both used for rehearsals and performances, can be enhanced and equipped to bring life to these performances, as well as boost the abilities and creativity of our students. Performing arts will improve literacy. Performing arts will improve numeracy. Performing arts will improve Effortville Primary. Performing arts will improve Jamaica.
Amazing. Look at that. When I saw that I think I saw the first part of it on social media. What competition was it that was submitted for? What was it submitted for?
It was for the Digital Foundation competition. There was a grant that they were giving out, and so we entered a competition with that video.
Okay, how did that go?
Well, unfortunately, we did not win because they had some requirements that the videos with the most likes would be shortlisted, but we did not get enough likes to be shortlisted, unfortunately. But it was still fun working with the teachers and the students on that video. So it was a win for me regardless.
It is a win, because when I saw it, it was a winner in my eye. I'm not one of the guilty ones. I voted. So for all the Effortville family members who did not vote, it's on you. Next time we need to support. All right? When they put in the hard work, we want to make sure that they get the support that they need. Really talented kids indeed, Donna. I believe so. And congratulations to the team that helped to prepare them. All right? So we are going to get into the, tell us some what have Effortville been up to in terms of entries, JCDC? The activities are ongoing now. Lady Laraque, go ahead and share with us what's been happening.
Okay, so good evening, everyone. This year, so I'm going to ask you to forgive me. I'm a little bit hoarse. But for this year, the JCDC Culture Club has taken on several items. I heard Miss Daley mentioned that she need some more drama entrance this year. And I must say, Miss Daley, Effortville Primary has entered the drama competition this year, where we have signed up for the community drama, and the students are doing very well in that area. We went to the audition on Tuesday, and the judge that was there, he said that he really liked the item, although he had a few recommendations, but he said that it was a very good item, and so we are practicing in that area. We also have 15 other items lined up for this year. Yes, 15 items in speech, and those speech include dub poetry, standard English poem, ensembles, Jamaica dialect poems, and so on. We are also entering the public speaking competition for the first time this year. So we have quite a lot going on, and I must say that the students are very excited. It's as if they have an experience that they have never had before, and we really enjoy when the students come out of their shell and realize things that they thought that they could not have done.
Amazing. All right. Anything else to highlight, Sir Mitchell, on the performing arts?
I was just going to speak. I was just going to. I'm muted.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
Okay, I was just going to add to what Miss Laraque was saying about the students being excited. In fact, that is what the region, the board, and the teachers at Effortville Primary noticed. We noticed that performing arts was a niche for the school, and we decided to capitalize on that in the sense that we now have drama classes available for the students, weekly drama classes, which I am in charge of. And I also, alongside Miss Laraque, have the privilege of working with the students for the JCDC competitions, drama and speech, and also prepare them for any events that may happen during the school year, such as Jamaica Day or Peace Day, preparing items for them. And the students are really expressive, they're very enthusiastic, and I see great things for them in the future.
That's very important. Nothing like when your teacher sees great things in you. It makes a big difference. And a number of our adults would attest to that. Once a teacher sees, it's as if it opens your eyes to see things that you weren't able to see. So you probably just draw on their belief in you. Really awesome. And for the viewers who don't know anything about Effortville, let me put a little context to it. Effortville is among those communities that's on the Planning Institute of Jamaica, the PIOJ's list of what they call CRP communities, those communities that they consider to be volatile. But here we are highlighting that we have a beacon in the midst of all of that. And it's very important for us to note. And I'm happy that we are sharing that the teachers believe in the students, because that is very important if we are going to change the trajectory of their lives, right? All right, so now that we've put that in context, let's get into some hopes, aspirations, and dreams. What are we seeing for Effortville on the culture club, the performing arts landscape?
Okay, so one of my major dreams for the Effortville Primary School Culture Club is to see us entering all the areas of the JCDC competitions. So right now we are actively engaged in the speech and drama areas. Back then we had entered the dance. We want to get back on track with the dance. And then we want to find ourselves in all the competitions, the culinary arts, and so on. And I also would like to see the culture club extending beyond the boundaries, the borders of the Effortville Primary School to include the community. So currently we have no community members, but we would like to see community members become a part of the culture club, entering items, assisting with the culture club as best as possible, and just to spread the culture, just to spread our niche so that we can all learn to appreciate our culture and our rich cultural heritage that was handed down to us.
Awesome. We have some amazing comments here. Yes, indeed. Go shining star, the beacon of Effortville. All right. Go right ahead and add your dreams, aspirations, Sir Mitchell. I understand that you are one of the newest members of the Effortville family.
Right. I recently joined the team, but keeping with the same subject of the community. Yes, we want the community to be more active, to be more involved, and in that way, it will bring the community to together. But as Whitney Houston said, I believe the children are our future. So we also want to focus on the students to help them to realize that yes, JCDC is good now for the level they're at, but what about after? We want them to realize that this is something that can take you places. This is something that can become a career to help support yourself and their families.
All right, and it's great that you are seeing that because quite a bit is going on in that arena because the JPDC, they're currently working out program where that aspect of the creative arts and the business of creative arts is concerned. So it's really exciting times ahead. So I am excited for you all that's in that area. That's right, talented kids indeed. Talented kids, and you could see their eyes just lighting up. They were just so much into the performance, right? Anything else in terms of what your vision, aspiration, your dream for the club?
Okay, so as I said before, I would want to see persons appreciating their culture more. So we want to take the culture club beyond the borders. So we want to see parents becoming a part of this club, passing on this legacy to their children. And if this legacy is passed on to their children, then we could say that Effortville Primary is the cradle from where culture has blossomed and evolved to take over the entire country. Because if you realize a number of persons, they have no regards for culture nowadays. And so we want to be that place where that dream is starting to realize once more.
Amazing. Love that. It's very important that we do have that kind of vision and that so we have something to go with. Yes, indeed. Let's bring in some of the comments. Go Central Region and Effortville. I'm not even sure what those hand ping thing is all about, but it's celebration. I know that much. All right, Team Effortville, continue to be the beacon, the shining light in that space that you are at. And I know that our children and by extension, the community, the parish will do well because of what you're doing in terms of molding those young minds. Thank you so much for sharing with us. All right, let me do a quick share of Can't Have You Here Without Sharing the song. Let's do the song.
Shining stars, lighting the way through discipline. Education makes a difference. We remain beacons. We light the world. the world. We rock the world. The shining blue and yellow overcoming. Born to luscious green hills with woman-friendly hearts. Dedication and hard work must be the key to help in life and to achieve, to reach the top and accomplish our own goals. God's purpose fulfilled at Effortville, we remain because we like the world. We rock the world, we like the world, we rock the world. The shining blue and yellow overcoming, born to luscious green hills with woman-friendly hearts. Dedication and hard work must be the key to help in life and to achieve, to reach the top and accomplish our own goals. God's purpose fulfilled at Effortville, we remain because we like the world. We rock the world, we like the world, we rock the world. The shining blue and yellow overcoming, born to luscious green hills with woman-friendly hearts. We like the world, we rock the world, we like the world, we rock the world. The shining blue and yellow overcoming, born to luscious green hills with woman-friendly hearts. Blue and yellow.
That's right, the blue and yellow. All right. Our Effortville, congrats indeed. Yes, blessings, Team Effortville Primary. That's a great way to wrap this segment, showering you all with blessings. All right, and we cannot come off before acknowledging Lady Holmes Shirley, who made this all possible. Lisa Holmes Shirley, thank you so much for putting this together so that we can hear the awesome things that you're doing over there in Effortville and what you plan to do as a team. Thank you all so much. All right, we're going to make way for Miss Daley to join me back so that you can share. Don't go anywhere. Miss Daley has a very short slideshow to share with us before we leave. We're going to use the present mode. Blue and yellow, like the world indeed. All right.
Are you seeing my screen?
Not as yet. Not seeing it as yet.
Okay, let me go again. Forgive me, this is my first time navigating it in this. So I go to... I don't think I'm getting it. I go to share screen.
Blue and yellow, blue and yellow, blue and yellow, blue and yellow overcoming.
No, I don't think I'm able to do it.
All right.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we will get the information for the next.
Okay.
That's right, Effortville. We'll get it for the next Culture Corner. We'll share. So remember, we do Culture Corner first Thursday of each month. Thank you so much again, Miss Daley and your team, the Effortville family, for sharing space with us here on the Serenity Resource Connector for this episode of Culture Corner. And it was great having you all, Effortville family, local and international. If you have not yet subscribed, please ensure you subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that you can keep joining us each Thursday. So as we share more, we're going to be focusing on another area of community safety and security next Thursday. So you want to join us. We did Clarendon last year. Now we have expanded into Area 3. But we also cover different aspects of safety and security, which goes outside of just those parishes. So you want to tune in. We are hoping to have some discussion on the new fees that have been introduced for the penalties for the infractions. And so we want to get some clarity on those on those going forward so that we can be better informed. And remember, we do counselors update on 4 Thursdays. You want to hear what the counselors have been doing in the different divisions and what are their plans going forward and how the community is engaged in these different activities that they have. So do stay tuned. Thank you again for tuning in, and you continue to stay safe and have a fantastic rest of the evening. God bless you.